Anybody could predict it, but there is not a shortage of craziness out there. I mean, look at what we're talking about here. It's incomprehensible and would have been total fiction fantasy, and almost everything that we deal with every day is in that category of 10 years ago saying that that's never going to happen. And here we are. I have always been somebody that believes in what my grandmother used to do because she went through the Great Depression. She used to can food, and we had a year's worth of food down in our basement, our fruit cellar, as she used to call it. When crisis comes knocking, she, a survivor of the Great Depression, knew food. Don't be at the mercy of the event. You can take control of your life and be prepared. Well, if you want a can, that's great, but there's an easier, more modern way to do it, and it's called My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest preparedness company. Right now, they are offering a special deal when you buy their 3-month emergency food kit, lasts up to 25 years in storage. You will be able to have whatever you need to provide for your family if things get dicey. And each kit, when you order, you're going to get a bonus package of crucial survival gear worth over $200 for free. Now, the kit includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, snacks, 2,000 calories a day. Your whole family will really like it. To get your emergency food and your free survival gear worth over $200, go to mypatriotsupply.com. That's mypatriotsupply.com. The first contact, it was to get you to engage. Second contact is getting you to be intimate with it, right?
Well, so there's different things here. Second contact is really this next wave, again, that are enabled by what's called large language models, these transformers. It sounds boring and technical, but let's just think of it as like the new advanced AIs that are the last couple of years. And that new foundation is really just, it produces all of these capabilities everywhere, because if everything is a language, when think about it, law is a language.
Right.
So if I have AI that can look at law, I can find loopholes in law.
Correct.
So now there's papers on this. I can point AI at law and I can find loopholes in law. What else is a language? Code is a language, which means I can point AI at code and say, hey, find me all the cyber vulnerabilities in this code. You know that Siemens thing that's running the water plants in your, down the street? Find me the code that, that can exploit that water system. We already have, Russia and China that are trying to hack into all of our, water plants, et cetera. And we're already in each other's stuff, but this is going to make that a lot easier. What else is a language? Media is a language. I can synthesize, voices, text, images, video. I can fake, people saw the fake image of Trump being arrested, right? People have seen that. Now imagine that at scale everywhere. So if society runs on language, when language gets hacked, when language gets hacked, democracy gets hacked, because the authenticity of language, the authenticity of what we can trust with our eyes and our ears and our minds, that when that gets hacked, that undermines the foundation of what we can trust. That's in the media domain. But it also affects, again, cyber. It also affects biology, right? DNA is a language. If I can hack DNA, I can start to synthesize things in biology. There's some dangerous capabilities there that you don't want to be having a lot of people have access to. So the second contact with AI is really this mass enablement of lots of different things in our society, disconnected from the responsibility or wisdom. I know I always say that our friend Daniel Schmachtenberger will say that you can't have the power of gods without the wisdom, love, and prudence of gods. If your power exceeds your wisdom, you are an unworthy steward of that power.
Right.
But we have just distributed godlike powers to hack code, to hack language, to hack media, to hack law, to hack
everything.
Minds, everything, right? And the point that you were making, the other example I missed that you were referencing, the intimacy, is that one of the other things that's going to happen, and this is already starting to happen with Snapchat, is they're going to integrate these language-based AIs as agents, as relationships that are intimate in life. And so Snapchat actually did this. They integrated something called My AI. So this is going to your 13-year-old kids, right? And it's pinned at the top of your friends list. So imagine there you are, your kid, you're 13 years old. You've got, your top 10 friends that are in that contact list. And you click on your friend and you start talking to your friend. But your regular friends, they go to bed at 10 p.m. at night. And they stop talking to you, and you still need emotional support. You still want to talk about something. Well, there's this other friend now at the top called My AI, and he's always there, and he'll always talk to you, and he'll always give you advice. And it will start to develop an intimate relationship with you that will feel more and more intimate than those real friends.
So here is the, it's so funny. Here's the real problem. Real relationships are messy. Real relationships are a drag a lot of times because I come home, I'm tired. Sometimes I don't want to talk about my day, but I certainly don't want to talk about how was your day if it was a drag too. You know what I mean? And your friend is going to know you so well, it will be with you all day, so it will know your meeting didn't go well. You had bad news coming in on this. You're worried about your finances. It will also know the best thing to de-stress you as well. It might say, you know what? Your wife and you should go to your favorite beach, and I just found a great price on it. I've rearranged your schedule so you both can go for a few days. And it's always seemingly correct. Why would you have a relationship with anyone?
Yeah. Well, and this is what that movie Her was about,
right.
Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson, and it's an earpiece, right? Where like basically we're going to develop, but you can see that this is just an extension of what's already there with social media. Like the reason we're into social media is that social connection when you're feeling lonely is always there 24/7, and it feels a lot better than being with myself. As you know, Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist who came to Google once, I brought him to Google. He said, with technology, it's never been easier to run away from ourselves.
Correct.
And that was true of like 2013, 2014. Now you're going to have an always on relationship. And as you said, real relationships are messy. This one doesn't have any problems. You don't ever have to coach it or help it. He or she, the agent, is the AI agent, doesn't have emotional problems it's trying to ask you for help with. It's just always servicing your needs. So it's the sort of sugarization, the nicotinization of our primary life relationships. It sort of does whatever it does to get that intimacy with us.
It is.
And just like with social media, it was a race to the bottom of the brainstem for attention. In this new realm of AI, it will be a race to intimacy. Now Snapchat and Instagram and YouTube will be competing to have that intimate slot in your life, because you're not going to have 100 different AI agents you're going to feel close to. The companies are going to race